Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary if you're new here, and today I wanted to talk about my fall TBR. So I've seen this video circling around BookTube over the past couple of months, and I believe it's Rachel who first created this type of video. I'm not completely sure. I'll link some creators that I've seen do this type of video down below, but I wanted to basically have my fall TBR decided based off of TBR prompts. I spent a couple days writing down different types of fall prompts in here, and I'm going to put them in my little ghost mug. I think we can maybe pick around 10 books to add to my fall TBR, and based on all of these prompts, we'll see what we get. So, got quite a few here. I think I wrote around like 20-ish prompts. Guess without further ado, we'll just get into our first prompt. Okay. Poetry collection. Ooh. Now I do have Edgar Allan Poe poetry, and I feel like his stuff is more spookier. And I also have Rilke. Let's go and get maybe Edgar Allan Poe. I think that'll be a better choice for fall time. I didn't choose Edgar Allan Poe because I realized his collections are all short stories. So I'm going to pick this by Rainer Maria Rilke. Do we know Elegies? I don't think that's English, but it is a collection of his poems. I don't know if they are a specific type. So, 10 loosely connected lyric poems, frequently associated with the Rilkean sensibility, with their symbolic landscapes, Vedic proclamations, complex tropes, and often haunting intensity. The Elegies rank among the outstanding visionary works of the century. That is so exciting. And this will be my first poetry collection of the year, I believe. So let's go with book number 2. What does it say? Oh, it's upside down. Thick book, 500 plus pages. I think I have an idea. Do I have any other better ones up here? No, I think I know which one. This book is 545 pages. And that is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I have not yet read this book. I've been meaning to read it, but I was saving it for when it's colder outside, and it is like dark academia, right? So I honestly don't even remember what this book is about. I think it is set in a school setting. I'm not completely sure, but I think we will choose Babel as book 2 for the prompt thick book, 500 plus pages. This is kind of fun. It's not the same as like physical TBR jar where it's a book that you pick. Those are so much more nerve-wracking. Here you kind of have options. Okay, book 3. What does it say? Autumnal classic. There's a lot we can choose for autumnal classic. I'm looking at my other bookshelf there. Let me see. I was debating between Wuthering Heights and Northanger Abbey, but reading the back of this book, Wuthering Heights references snow, so winter, and this one references that it's haunted, and a Gothic novel. I don't know if this counts as cheating, but I believe it is also the Game of Tomes book club pick for September. It is also a very autumnal, well, at least this part is autumnal. This is kind of springy. But I think we will do Northanger Abbey for autumnal classic. And this one says, Northanger Abbey is the light-hearted account of a young girl's first excursion into fashionable society. Catherine Morland is taken to Bath, where among a crowd of new acquaintances she meets Henry Tilney and his sister Eleanor, who invited her to stay at their family home. Catherine, a devotee of horrid Gothic novels, fervently hopes that the abbey will match the haunted ruins conjured up in her imagination. This is book 3. Okay, I gotta hurry up. I'm pretty slow at picking these books. Book 4 will be... Hopefully it's not upside down. It is upside down, and oh, it's Gothic novel. Okay, Northanger Abbey would have been good for that. I think we're going to choose Beloved for Gothic novel. It was recommended a couple times when I was looking up Gothic novels online. And so this book, I don't know much about it. I know a lot of people say it's like very heartbreaking. So, staring unflinchingly into the abyss of slavery, this spellbinding novel transforms history into a story as powerful as Exodus and an intimate as a lullaby. Born a slave, Seth's new home is haunted by the ghost of her baby who died nameless and whose tombstone is engraved with a single word, beloved. Oh my gosh, that's so heartbreaking. So I guess we will do Beloved by Toni Morrison. I've got a lot of classics here. I need to like even it out with some other books. Let's do like horror or something. Stephen King book. Okay, I know which one I'm gonna choose. Stephen King, known as the King of Horror. I definitely have a lot of Stephen King books. Have not read one in completion yet. So I added his name so that, you know, he's the author a lot of people read in the fall time, spooky season time. So I've got The Shining. I've been meaning to read this forever. So this is the time. Oh my god, this is 650 pages? I should have chose this as a big book. That is crazy that this is longer than Babel. But look at the size difference. Alright, The Shining. Our first, like, horror novel. Okay, 5 more to go. Let's do book number 6. A book about nature. I think we have quite a few ones we could choose. Okay, there's 2 books I'm thinking of choosing for this prompt, book about nature. So the first book I have is Central Park in the Dark, and I believe this is a short story collection, and it explores a natural world that flourishes in the midst of a crowded and mechanized city. These exuberant essays lead the reader through the cycle of seasons as experienced by nocturnal beasts, raccoons, bats, black skimmers, insects, and other denizens of the park's trees and swamps and thickets. So this one sounds really interesting. And then the other one I have here is Greenwood, which this in itself is like beautiful. But it is about a woman, I think. So it looks like it's between 4 different timelines and 4 different people. So throughout the stories of the 4 different people, there are trees, a steady silent pulse thrumming beneath Christie's effortless sentences, working as a guiding metaphor for withering, weathering, and survival. This one also sounds really good. I'm really stuck between these 2. I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more towards this. I feel pulled toward this book, so I think we're going to choose Central Park in the Dark by Marie Wynne. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, so 4 more books. I'm surprised we haven't had any, like, middle grade or romance or anything. Did I put any romance prompts in here? I don't know. Ah, magical realism. What could we do for magical realism? Because I've been meaning to finally pick up Murakami for years, I am going to pick Kafka on the Shore for magical realism. My copy is so beat up. I don't even know what this is. It got water damage and I guess something leaked on it. But my boyfriend has read this. I'm a little nervous because I know a lot of people don't like Murakami. I know there's a cat in this book and I'm really nervous that it's going to be animal abuse. But I think we'll do Kafka on the Shore. So 3 more. Come on, can we get a good one? I don't know. What does this one say? It's upside down. Oh, BFF pick. So this one I added so that one of my best friends can pick what I read. So let me text my best friend, ask her to pick a fall type book for me to read, and I will insert it once she responds. Let me text her. Texted my best friend Bisma. Let's see what book she picks. I have a feeling she'll do maybe like a spooky romance, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's a good one that'll help break up all the serious books I feel like we've got going here. So 2 more. What does this say? I don't know if it's upside down. Sci-fi. Okay, I think I know what book we're reading. Well, we have 2 options. I'm thinking either Red Rising. Oh, we have more than 2 options. I've got Emily St. John Mandel's book, The Glass Hotel. But I'm not really feeling that. I have Red Rising, which I've been wanting to read for a while. And I also have Jade City, which I believe is also sci-fi. But I think we're going to go with Red Rising. Right? So we've got Red Rising here for my sci-fi book. This has been all over the internet lately. I first heard it on TikTok by a man. I don't remember his name. I will put like a picture or something of the TikTok. And then I put it on hold on Libby for an audiobook. And then once I found out that it was like 21 hours, I'm like, I think I should probably read this instead, because if it's that long, I'm probably going to lose track and not be able to really stay engaged for the whole audiobook. So I decided to buy the physical copy. And then after I heard it from TikTok, it started going everywhere. So I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. I have no idea what it's about. I think people always say it's like Hunger Games in space. I think that's what people say. So we'll see. We have 1 more. Should we do 12 books? I don't know. I think that's a lot. In my mind, fall lasts until Halloween, and then November 1st, it's Christmas. Like, I am that person that watches Christmas movies starting November 1st. But I'm like all about fall, end of August already, so a little ahead. So if I'm only reading these in the next month and a half, I should probably stick to 10. Okay. So this is the last one. Ooh, that makes me so sad. Let's make it a good one. Last one. Book set in the fall. I had some really good prompts, and that's the one I get as my last one. I'm kind of upset. Okay, I think we're going to do Sherry Lapina's Someone We Know, because the prologue starts Friday, September 29th. And I know it's like a spooky book, and then chapter 1 starts October 14th. Okay, perfect. So for the prompt book set in the fall, we will do Someone We Know by Sherry Lapina. And this is going to be like my thriller, I guess, for this TBR, because is it a thriller or is it horror? I think it's thriller. These are the 9 books that we've got so far, so I am going to come back once I know the 10th book for my BFF pick, and then we'll wrap up this video and talk about all 10 books that we've got for the fall time. Alright, so finally got my text back. I will put the picture of the book here, but my best friend Bisma decided that the book she wants me to read for fall is called The Wife Upstairs by Frida McFadden. I just want to look it up. So this book came out in 2020. This is what it looks like, and this one says, Victoria Barnett has it all. A great career, a handsome and loving husband, a beautiful home in the suburbs, and a plan to fill it with children. Life is perfect, or so it seems. Then she's in a terrible accident and everything falls apart. Now Victoria is unable to walk, she can't feed or dress herself, she can't even speak. She is confined to the top floor of her house with 24-hour care. Sylvia Robinson is hired by Victoria's husband to help care for her, but it turns out Victoria isn't as impaired as Sylvia was led to believe. There's a story Victoria desperately wants to tell, only if she could get out the words. Then Sylvia discovers Victoria's diary hidden away in a drawer. This sounds exactly like Verity. Like, word for word sounds exactly like Verity by Colleen Hoover. So let's see. But that is the 10th book, so we'll quickly do our roundup of all the other books and the prompts, and then we'll get to reading. For the prompt set in the fall time, we've got Someone We Know by Sherry Lapina. For sci-fi, we've got Red Rising by Pierce Brown. For magical realism, we've got Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. For a book with nature or about nature, we've got Central Park in the Dark by Marie Wynn. For a Stephen King book, we've got Stephen King's The Shining. For a book, what is this? A Gothic book, I think? Yeah, a Gothic book, we've got Beloved by Toni Morrison. Then a autumnal classic, we've got Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. We've got a poetry collection, we've got Duno Elegies by Rainer Maria Rilke. Definitely butchered that. And last but not least, for a thick book, a book with 500 plus pages, we've got Babel by R.F. Kuang. So that is the fall TBR. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had quite a few different prompts in here that I really liked, so maybe I'll write my prompts down below if you guys want to use them yourselves. Like I got title begins with an F, a YA mystery, mystery thriller, fairy tale or folklore, a book with magic. Oh, there's so many good ones. A book about or with witches. Oh, buy a new book. That would have been a fun one. Book with a spy. Yeah, so I will write down all of the prompts in the description if you guys want to use them and do this yourselves. I think it's really fun and a way to kind of get you to read the books that you got at home instead of reading what is popular online. But yeah, so these are all the books that I'm hoping to read in the fall this year. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. Thank you for spending some time with me today. And I hope you guys have a fantastic and cozy autumn ahead. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading! Bye!